Good afternoon. Welcome to the Board of Health meeting of August 19th, 2024. Please note this meeting is being recorded and shall be available shortly hereafter for scheduled and on-demand viewing on any smartphone or tablet device. Anyone else is recording the meeting, please notify the chairman. Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 29th, 2023 signing of the Acts of 2023 extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law until March 31st, 2025. This meeting of the Chatham Board of Health is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling 1-508-945-4410, and the conference ID is 674-315-527#, or join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. While this is a live broadcast and simulcast on Chatham TV, Channel 8 and 1072, despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. I'll turn the meeting over to our chairman, Dr. Noble Hanson.
Thank you. It shall be the policy of this board to conduct its meetings under the open meetings laws so as to encourage public participation whenever time permits and as part of agenda item discussions. So we have one variance on the schedule for today, but first let's establish a quorum. And when I call your name, please say present. John Beckley.
Present.
Richard Edwards.
Present.
Ron Broman. Present. And Noble Hanson, I am present. Okay, so the first variance is variance hearing and approval of IA technology for Minglewood Homes, parcel H13, Captain Knowles Way, Clark Engineering. And David Clark.
Mr. Chairman? Mr. Chairman?
Good afternoon.
Got one comment from Mr. Broman.
Yes, I just want to bring up that my grandson works for Minglewood Homes. Okay, and I'm sure that's not going. Yeah, Joseph.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, okay, so I just
butter him
wanted
up now.
people to know that.
He's come a long way.
I know, he's a good boy.
He's gonna do very well.
I just wanted everybody to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, David Clark, Clark Engineering on behalf of Minglewood, as you know. Tim Smith, Minglewood is in the audience. Minglewood Homes purchased this property and they're in the process of permitting it for development. It's a 57,000 square foot lot. Only 44,000 is above the coastal bank. So under your regulations, only 44,000 can be used to compute the number of bedrooms that are allowed. So by right, we could have 4. The room above the garage can be considered a bedroom until we labeled it as such. So we're here asking for a variance for the use of IA technology to have 5 bedrooms. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, so this is a vacant lot in new construction,
Yep.
correct? And 44,228 square foot upland.
Yes.
And so 4 bedrooms under the regular rules and adding a 5th bedroom by the use of IA system. And anyone have questions or comments from the board? Pretty straightforward.
Yep.
And
Awfully good location, too, boy.
Pardon me? Yeah, sorry.
I was just saying, it's a very good location.
Well, it is. It's surprised it hasn't been developed. The lot was created back in '86 or '84 or something like that. Been there a long time.
I didn't see any concerns, pretty straightforward, so.
Yep, and there's a couple of big arches and 5 bedrooms, and so that's pretty good. I have just a question out of interest. The strip of land between the lot and the Oyster River, is that Chatham Conservation Foundation land? Is that what that is?
No, that's a panhandle for a lot off of
That
Judge's Way.
AE 13?
Yeah, but, so it belongs to a house. It's part of the same lot. So it's a panhandle to create frontage on the river. So it's not, it doesn't belong to the foundation. It belongs to a lot that has a house
Oh,
on
so
it.
this lot does not have frontage?
This lot does have frontage, yeah.
Does or does not?
It does.
It does, I
Yeah.
don't understand.
Oh, so AE 13 is the flood zone. Sorry, that's
Oh,
not
the
a
flood
parcel
zone.
number.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
I got
So
it.
it is part of the
Okay,
lot.
now I
Yeah.
see where you're going.
All right, okay. And then I just,
That's-
out of interest, I mean, the variance seems pretty straightforward, but when you put the leaching pit or the, under the driveway, is there a limit as to what size vehicle can drive over that when you do that?
20,000 pounds per axle, which is a loaded cement truck.
Right.
So, the H10 components that are normally used outside of driveways can support a vehicle, but Title V doesn't see it that way. So,
Yeah, it's H20 loading is what
yeah.
there's required to be under a driveway.
Okay.
Okay, other,
Is this a new road, the Captain Knowles Way? There's a, on Google, it doesn't really show, it shows a Captain Sears Way.
This is right after Captain Sears. So you're on Skunks Neck Road, and you go down to the end, and it turns into Captain Knowles, where the cul-de-sac is.
yeah. Okay, all right. Any more comments from the board? Any comments or input from somebody online? And then can I get a motion?
I move to approve this variance with the stipulations that Judy has recommended.
Now, Judy, there's, I think, a typo in number 3 of these conditions. It says just covenant and 3-bedroom deed restriction. I keep catching you.
I always think I get them all, and for some reason I miss them.
Okay, so that means that
It
should
is a-
be 5.
It should be 5, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and then a second? Somebody want to second the motion?
I'll second it.
Ron will second it, okay, and then maybe we can get Judy to read the conditions?
So the standard conditions, the applicant shall apply for an, wait a minute, that's not right. The applicant should restrict the property to a maximum of 5 bedrooms and record this restriction on the deed at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. The applicant shall sign a covenant with the board agreeing to comply at such time as the town of Chatham through its Board of Health and/or Board of Water and Sewer Commissioners directs the connection of this property to the municipal sewer when it becomes available. This covenant and deed restriction shall be recorded at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds. Throughout its life, the system shall be under an O&M agreement. An O&M agreement shall be for at least 1 year and may be with any mass certified operator of the appropriate grade that has received training by the company on the operation of the system. Effluent from the system shall be monitored at least twice per year for the first 2 years, preferably May and October. The effluent shall be field tested in accordance with Mass DEP standard conditions for secondary treatment units certified for general use, dated March 20th, 2015. In addition, a lab test of the effluent for total nitrogen to meet the performance standard of 19 milligrams per liter should be collected and analyzed by a certified lab. Water meter readings are to be provided with the semi-annual report. If any of the field tests or lab tests fail, follow-up tests shall be conducted by a lab and an evaluation by the operator within 30 days. After the required 2 years testing, application can be made to the board or its agent for review and possible modification of the testing requirements. The applicant agrees to apply a minimum of 6 inches of compacted topsoil to all disturbed areas. The engineer shall submit an engineered as-built plan, including as-built elevations with a written certification that the system has been installed in accordance with the approved plan. No alteration to the floor plan of the dwelling or engineer's site plan will be allowed without further review by the board or its agent, and this variance is granted pursuant to the town of Chatham's nitrogen loading regulations, is valid from 1 year from the date of the Board of Health approval. A permit shall be issued and work commenced during that 1 year, or the variance shall expire.
Okay, thank you. And I think we can probably probably take a voice vote.
You're,
I think we can probably take a voice vote to grant this variance at Captain Knowles Way, parcel H13. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none opposed, that variance is granted.
Thank you.
Dave, I've got a question. When you have a septic system under a driveway, are there any recommendations on whether you should allow that to be paved over, or whether it should be stone for percolation or aeration? Is there any kind of?
The biggest concern DEP has is aeration, and so that's why they require a vent.
Okay. So you
So,
could do that by putting stone there if you wanted to, or you could put a vent there.
no, if you had a stone driveway, they'd still require a vent,
Okay,
because a stone driveway over time becomes
Compacted.
85%
okay,
impervious.
okay,
It's only when it's new that it drains well.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And that's only until leaching fields in the driveway.
Right.
The tank, the tank can just be in the driveway without that.
Thank
Right.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so, old business, the Community Health Needs Assessment Report, we'll be getting sometime this fall. Judy will probably know at our next meeting when that will be.
yeah, I was hoping I'd had it already, but I'll double check and find out when it's
And then
coming.
following that report, we'll have our own forum on community services. When the community health issues came up, a lot of it involved community services, so we'll have our own little forum to talk about them with the Council of Aging. What's the name of the lady that does
The,
Leah Lacrosse,
Yeah.
Lacoste,
Leah.
and somebody from the fishing community to talk about that. So, and then on September 23rd, Karen Shimwaza will be here, and she's going to give us a sort of a comprehensive follow-up or report on the short-term rental regulation and what happened over the summer, how it went, the numbers, problems, issues, good things, bad things. That'll be on September 23rd. And then on that same meeting, September 23rd, we're going to have Mr. Faley from the DPW come and talk to us about the condition of the floor in the metal building of the transfer station. There have been complaints about the condition with odors, and it's been an ongoing problem. And then we'll have a chance to ask him questions. And then John brought up at the last meeting that, about whether we might need to have an inspection, the board inspect it, to follow that, to get more information or not. We can decide about that. But it's an issue that is going to be ongoing, so that will be interesting. And then the 99 Main Street short-term rental, that's been an ongoing problem back and forth. They have asked for a Board of Health hearing, and that'll be on September 9th. So we got a bunch of things for the fall.
can I,
Yes.
I just wanted to let the board know that, we have, the Health Department Division, has purchased Narcan, boxes. I think you may have seen one out in the hallway, right outside the door. I purchased 3 of them. They were put up, one here, one at the Fish Pier, and one at the community center. And they're the AIDS, Cape Cod AIDS Support Alliance Support Group is going to be keeping those stocked with Narcan. Right now, they don't have any in them, because we're gonna do some training with the town staff before we stock them. And then I'm gonna also offer a community training, so people can learn, what the product is and how to use it and learn about where they can get it, if they have a family member they're concerned about, et cetera. So
So this is an antidote treatment?
it's Narcan, so if someone is overdosing, you basically spray it up their nose and it revives them.
Okay.
Can save lives. So it's,
So who has them? I mean, I guess first aid squads, emergency
yep,
squads?
oh yeah, all
police officers
the
all have them,
EMTs
everybody.
have them in their trucks as well, so, but, if they don't get there in time, say someone,
What's the window of time? one
I'm
has?
not sure, I mean, if they're, yeah, I don't know.
How does the Narcan box work? Is the Narcan right there?
It's
or is it
just,
something you can
it's
take
basically a
home?
box, we had them put up next to the AEDs, although here we moved it closer to this door, but,
So would
it's
they-
just
they
you
would-
open it and it's got it in it and
you
it has
bring somebody in
directions.
That's overdosing into where the box is, or you grab something from the box?
Grab grab the Narcan out of the box and run and help the person. That's all it is, really. I can show it to you.
So do you break is it like a fire alarm where you break something to open the box, or anybody can just open the box?
Anybody
up?
can open the
Do
box.
you have a way of knowing that the box has been opened?
We're working with, as I said, the AIDS support group. They will come by weekly and restock.
Why AIDS? What's their connection?
They do, quite a bit of opioid, behavioral work now. A lot of drug users.
We have a history in our town of drug abuse, drug overdoses.
We have had a few. We had 2 this year that I know of.
And where did they occur? Private residences or
yeah.
public places?
Yeah, private residences, but, I could get you,
I'm just wondering how you
Yeah.
connect, how do you?
well, I mean,
smart-
the understanding, the belief in the world for, is to get this stuff out into the community. And the more it's normalized and out there, people will see that, that it's available.
How much would a box cost?
A box of Narcan or the box? the
Like an
setup?
emergency treatment box that you would have posted,
I think it was about $250.
right?
And then where it's being stocked for free by the AIDS support group.
So is the idea that if there's somebody on Cedar Street who is a chronic user of narcotics, that they would come over here and take 3 or 4 vials out of the box and take them home, because that's where they're gonna.
That's not really the idea, but if that happened, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because,
What's the odds,
mean, they
the
can go
odds of
to-
a reaction
Yes.
occurring here
right.
in the
No,
community?
no, I totally get that,
annex.
but the idea is to
Very
get these
low.
into public spaces and normalize the idea of them, so people understand, the value of having the,
So could you this may make no sense at all, but could somebody who knows that they have a drug issue, could they self-identify? Or could a family member of that person self-identify in a way that could result in one of these boxes being given to them to be posted at their home?
they can have Narcan, you can get it anybody can go purchase
So
Narcan
it's
at
not
the
a controlled
pharmacy.
substance.
Yeah, no, it's available over the counter, I believe, I think you have to
Because
ask
as
for it, but,
what Dick is saying makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
there's gotta be a strategic
Yeah.
reason why you would wanna post some of these.
right. I mean, if you think it would be valuable, I'd be happy to have a presentation to the board on this topic as part of our, kind of moving towards the needs assessment that we did and seeing what information is out there. It would be a short half-an-hour presentation.
How many times a year does our rescue team administer this and save people? Is this a routine thing, or is this a once in a long
No,
moon?
I couldn't say for sure, but I think, it's
Somebody come
normal enough that they carry it, and all the cruisers carry it, and all the ambulances carry it, and,
Okay,
In a place like Hyannis, they're probably using it every week.
yeah, That's
We
it.
don't have that big a narcotic problem in Chatham, but we certainly have it, and
Yeah.
it saves lives. I mean,
Yeah.
it's sort of like a clean needle program, except the
Right.
clean needle program is just to prevent people from getting AIDS and
Right.
hepatitis. This actually saves lives. You're dead, you're dying, you'll be dead in 3 minutes if you don't get this.
Right.
And if you get it, you're.
it's magic.
It's magic, yeah.
So let me be clear, could somebody come in advance and open that box and take some Narcan and bring it home, because they're afraid they might need it at home later?
If they wanted to and they felt that they didn't want to, go to a store and purchase it for
So-
reasons of feeling stigmatized or something.
I
And
mean, I
that
think
would,
having someone come for a short presentation and then just go over some of those issues and
It
talk
would
about it.
be interesting. I would
and
find it
increase,
just to learn
awareness.
more.
no, and I think it's important that, I'm, as, we have the opioid funding, that I'm on the committee and we're distributing annually, and I think this is an important topic,
And
so.
the risk keeps going up because of the fentanyl issue.
Right.
You know, that people are using heroin or whatever, and then all of a sudden they get one that somebody's added fentanyl to kind of boost it up. You take that and you're dead. You can die in 5 minutes. If you have Narcan.
Yep.
you-
Okay,
So
we'll have
I
someone
will-
come in and give a.
Yeah, I'll schedule that for the
Just for
early
public awareness.
winter,
Yep.
or,
I would like to personally understand this issue
yeah,
more. I have a vague, but I don't have an accurate sense.
yeah, no,
I would
they do a
appreciate-
nice presentation.
Ron?
Yeah, I think it might help somebody just by watching somebody, we have in here.
Sure.
Might kick something in their brain and they say, I should get some or do something. If it helps,
Right.
saves one
How it,
person. It's worth
where
it.
it's available,
Yeah.
even in, not through our boxes, but other places, it's readily available, and we need to get that out there, so.
Like smelling salt.
Okay,
And
good.
then Judy, do you have COVID test kits?
Oh, yes,
available?
we do. We just received last week, I don't know, like 350 of them, so,
Yeah.
anybody in the public wants to come in and get a few, we have them here at the health department. I have distributed them to, the Council on Aging and the community center, so they're
We
out
pick
there.
some up today if we wanted.
Sure, yep,
I've been going, I've been going through mine,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, we have a bunch of them. You can come up and we can grab them, yep.
okay.
Okay, anybody else, old business? Somebody new business? And then we have,
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes of August 5th, 2024.
right, I had an addition on this minutes. It would be on
Okay.
the second page, next to the bottom paragraph. Just to make it clear that the issue by the abutter was whether this SAS was going to go onto the abutter's property. He kept saying that. We asked a question, and I think Mr. Ellis clearly stated that there would be no extension onto the abutter's property, no incursion on the property, no
Right,
equipment on the property at all.
right.
Because that was, seemed to me, the butter's main complaint, really. So I think, and we addressed that, so that, can we reflect that in the minutes? See what where it says, where proposed is best and better than a cesspool, okay.
Third row up from the bottom, paragraph, I did say the third row up that, the paragraph that he was concerned about the property line and claimed the SAS would be on his property.
Right.
Did you want? what
Yeah,
else did you
but say
want?
that clear, Mr. Ellis replied that there would be no incursion or extension
Okay.
onto the abutter's property, including no equipment used for the construction.
Right.
And then the other thing that came out was this was brought to us mainly because the house transferred, and our nitrogen loading rules say that if you have a cesspool and the house transfers, you must upgrade to Title V.
Our real estate transfer regulations say
Yeah.
that, yes,
Okay.
yep.
And in that first paragraph on the next page, this BOH requirement to upgrade due to failed system, due to transfer of property. It wasn't really a failed cesspool, other than it was a transfer of property that then made it administratively failed.
You got that?
Yep,
Okay, so I have nothing else there. Because that may come up again.
Hope not.
John made a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second?
All right, and then we can take a voice vote to approve the minutes of August 5th. All in favor say aye. With those changes, as amended, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so those minutes are approved. And I think that's all I have.
Can I ask a question about this 99 Main Street?
Yes.
This gentleman is going to come before the board at our next meeting. Do we have any more information? For example,
What he's.
was there a building permit taken out for the pool house?
Yes, I will have all that information for you in your packet for the next meeting. It's not on the agenda, so I don't really want to talk about it, but yes, there was a,
Right, but then Judy will put together a timeline of the complaint and the correspondence back and forth, because I'm not quite sure what they're gonna say, but, so we have all that information.
Right.
As much as she can put in there for us.
Yep.
So we can ask the right questions and we'll see what happens. Okay, anything else? If not, I think we can probably, anything from the public?
nope, there's no.
I'll make a motion for adjournment.
I'll second that motion.
All right, and I think we can take a voice vote to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, we are adjourned.
I think this is a new record.